Currently my engine is in regen. You can see it's idling at about 750 RPM. Typically it's around the 500 RPM range. You can see the check engine light is on. I thought the check engine light was on for the glow plugs. Last year I replaced one glow plug. This year I had the dealership under a special coverage warranty replaced 2 additional glow plugs, and I thought that was the reason the check engine light was on. When the check engine light's on in these trucks, you cannot remote start them. They wanted $1,800 to replace the DEF tank or the DEF pump, said that it was bad, and I've had this issue for several months now, but I haven't seen any codes until now. But if we go to our diesel exhaust fluid, I have not added fluid to this tank in probably 5,000 miles. I don't know what level it's at. I don't know if it's no longer pumping, but it does not any longer show the level. For a period of time, it said levels. It was kind of random, but now it's saying it doesn't know what level it is. Now that I got it back from the dealership, I am getting a code on the check engine light regarding the DEF pump. I don't know if it's the heater or the full gauge or the pump or what's wrong with it, but we are going to go ahead and replace that ourselves. Looks like a pretty easy repair. I did look at O'Reilly. They're about $1,000. On Rock Auto, I found one for closer to $500, and I found a special service tool on Amazon. I think it was only like $30, so that should hopefully make it easier. I think the biggest issue in this repair is the mess that it is. Unfortunately, there is no drain on these DEF tanks, so whatever fluid's in there is going to come out. I've seen some guys that have rigged their setups to essentially spray the DEF, the diesel exhaust fluid, outside of the exhaust, and basically just discharge their fluid while they're driving, but they're spraying all that nasty fluid everywhere and got white crystallized all over the underside of the truck. I guess the splash zone is a better alternative to that, so that's the method we'll probably take. We'll probably try to dump it in a catch pan, but also drain it in a gravel area, so hopefully whatever doesn't catch in the pan will kind of be taken care of by other means. But anyways, yeah, as I'm learning about this truck, these are some obstacles we're overcoming. It looks like we're dropping RPMs. The last 6 months or a year, like I feel like, well, probably the last 6 months, 3 to 6 months, the regen has been all over, sporadic, constantly wanting to regen. Obviously, it keeps trying. I try to let it idle through, and I try to wait till something like now to go ahead and shut it off. But it seems like, which makes sense, even despite me waiting for it to idle down, it still wants more def the next time I start up the truck. So obviously we know now why it's doing that, but gotta love the new emissions trucks. Okay, we are getting access to our DEF tank pump. First things, we're going to pull off this cover that everyone can see from the outside. It's really just an appearance package. We got 2 bolt holes on the bottom, one on the front, one on the rear, and those look like these guys. These are just 10 millimeter. Then on our skid plate, we've got 3 holes on the frame, and they are these bolts, and those are 13 millimeter. One of those actually had water in it. And then that also had 2 holes in the front, 2 holes in the back, 1 nut, 1 bolt, also 10 millimeter. Pulled off all of that. Now we can crawl underneath here and see what our tank actually looks like. I did find this guy right here, which looks like an assembly piece. It just fell in there, so that's cool. That looks like garbage. But here's our ring, so we're gonna have to pull off this pump. We've also got this GM control module and another thing inside here. I don't know what that's for, but we're after this guy. So, did go to the car wash before, so it's a little bit wet, a little bit muddy still. Yeah, I just had to make a choice of what do I deal with, what kind of mess. So, I did order the special tool. Some guys say that you have to remove or disconnect the negative cables. Some people say they just do it. So pick your poison, take your risk. But I got to pop these guys off. I've got a special tool to twist that ring, and then we've got a couple of catch pans here. hopefully minimize our mess. Here is our Rock Auto part, DFI P9. There she is. Got a magnet. Coolio. Here's our special service part. Let's get her done. Okay. So, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Right. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. So much pressure. Oh. Wow. That's gross. That's really gross. Man, I will siphon diesel out of a hose before I say that I'd enjoy breathing in depth. That stuff is nasty. Now, I said I was going to do this outside, which I probably should have. It is cold outside. Okay, I think I'm going to have to squeegee this stuff off a little better. Yeah, screw it. Let's get it done. The old gasket stayed up there, so we can take that off. Okay, we got this locator tab right here. Just 3 heater things. Looks like I need to go up in there. Apparently it's leaking more now. Stop dripping on me, holy crap. It freaking stinks. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of dielectric grease on here. These connectors already look great, so I'm not really that worried. But let's keep it that way. Okay, we go in all the way. Push in our little gray tab. Got it. Pull off this guy. And snap. We got 2 snaps or just the one? Okay, reclip this. Okay, that's tucked up underneath the tank. I think we're back in business. How full do you think a 2.5 gallon container gets you? Now's our opportunity to find out. 94,790 miles. Diesel exhaust fluid level is okay. You think the check engine light will go away on its own? I sure hope so. We'll start it up, run it, see if we can get this thing to go into regen. Cycle through, it should clear its own code, hopefully. We need to get the truck out of here and clean up this mess, but thought I'd show you this. This is kind of trippy looking. Like spider webs in here. Looks like frozen. All crystallized. Here's all our splashage. So this is all nastiness. So let's get rid of those guys. We'll pull the truck out. Maybe probably even spray and squeegee out the shop here. I don't do that very often, but this I think necessitates that. What do you think? Should we reuse this stuff? That pan's a little dirty. Mostly just dirt dropped in it. That pan looks pretty clean. I do not trust to reuse this stuff. I don't know how you'd filter it. I'm not going to tell you how I'm disposing of this. I did look up some different options, so you know, just be wise. It's like antifreeze. It's like all slimy and sticky, and I don't know, it just like keeps running. Weird stuff. Okay, truck is in regen right now. We're idling up to 75 or 750 RPM. Still showing good or okay exhaust fluid level. So I'm gonna go drive around a little bit more, and hopefully that resets the check engine light. Okay, took it for a longer drive than expected, but we are back down to idle. I did have to reset the check engine light using this Harbor Freight scan tool. Here's that P1050 code, and now the check engine light is gone. So hopefully we have remote start again. Will it remote start? Hallelujah.